Beasley Show, episode number 135. Wow. 135 strong. Here with Chris Hero. How you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really good, man. It's
thank you for having me. This is a wonderful place you got here.
Yeah, you know, we got your lockers to make you feel like you were at a sporting spectacular.
Yeah. Smells great.
We're here at Seasons Beatings here at Pro Wrestling 2.0. Since you've started wrestling, how many shows do you think you've been on that have been titled Seasons Beatings?
One of my very first shows ever, December 1998 for UCW. I've been on a number of season beatings. And it's interesting to look at the chronology of the show-to-show continuity of all these events.
It's one of my favorite things is every like December, you know, like there's going to be like dozens of shows like on your Facebook feed, you know, with everyone promoting their flyers and stuff. Like 5 of them are going to be like Seasons Beatings. So man, how you been, man? You know, keeping busy?
Yeah, very busy, man. This has been a lot of travel this year, a lot of matches. I think I've logged in. I think 99 matches so far this year, and I got about 10 more to go, I'd say, before 2016 commences. So, and then a lot of maybe about 8 or 9 international trips. So, been a busy year, good year.
Yeah. So, want to play? You've been. How many times have you been able to get to Japan this year?
0 times.
0 times.
Yeah. So Cabana and I had gone over for about a total of 3 months last year for Pro Wrestling Noah, and then just a little bit has changed with their business. They've actually just were purchased by a new owner, a new company, and it'll be interesting to see. You know, they've been working side by side with New Japan for a little while, so it'll be interesting to see kind of how things progress for them in the future. I've done maybe 13 or so tours for Pro Wrestling Noah.
That's pretty awesome.
So they've always been really good to me.
Yeah,
so I'm always pulling for them.
And I as long as I've known you, I feel like you've been going over there and stuff like that. And you've been involved tag league stuff over there as well. Man, that's one of my favorite things. Is something that's not done over here. Are the tournaments,
the round robin tournaments,
the round robin, you know, with bracket, you know, like you have to face everyone on your side of the bracket, and then there's points. We just don't do that here, man.
Yeah, I think Gabe kind of tinkered around with it in Ring of Honor in early Ring of Honor days, but it didn't quite catch on because I think you grow up in the United States, and ever since you're a child, you hear about March Madness and you hear about all the playoffs, whether it's Major League Baseball, hockey, NBA, whatever, the NFL playoff, and so we're used to that tournament scheme. So I think it's just kind of easier to do that, but I definitely love the round robin stuff. I mean, I've been able to have singles matches and tag matches with guys I never would have been in the ring with before, guys like Yuji Nagata or Masato Tanaka, Satoshi Kojima, these awesome guys that I've been able to have singles matches with over the years thanks to these tournaments. You mentioned tournaments. One thing that I think is really cool that's coming up, done by our friends at WWE Live, obviously Evolve, FIP, Dragon Gate USA at one time, is the new style battle. I guess it's a showdown. It was like every so often it would be like matches, just a series of matches, or a tournament. But now every show is going to be a tournament of style battles, man. Yeah. I really hope you're involved in that. Have you talked to you at all? No, we haven't discussed any of that, but I mean, you never really know where I'm going to turn up. I've always got some stuff going on. But the cool thing about the style battle is it showcases all the different styles of pro wrestling, and there are, dozens of nuanced styles of pro wrestling. You obviously have American pro wrestling, you have lucha libre, you have Japanese style of pro wrestling, as some would call it. You have the British, some people call it World of Sports style, but it can also be the Catch as Catch Can or Lancashire style. And then there are just different hybrids of that where you mix the Japanese and the lucha style. It's really fascinating to see these guys. Plus, I mean, look at all the big guys you got running around now. You got guys like Jeff Cobb, you got Keith Lee, you got all these big monsters running around that are pretty agile on their own. In England, they call it the big lads.
They call it the big lads?
The big lads division. Former guys like Big Walter out of Austria, Big Damo before he got signed, Dave Mastiff. So there's a lot of big super heavyweights out there.
What would you call your style if you had to label it?
Oh man, I'm just a hybrid. I love all types of wrestling. So anytime I can see something and kind of break it down and figure it out and figure out how I can use it to my advantage, that's what I do. And that's why I've gone to Mexico and gone to England, Germany, Japan, all those places to learn those styles, or spending time with Dory Funk or Tracy Smothers or any of those to just kind of get that. So it's an amalgamation of every bit of, it's pro wrestling love is what it is. Muto used to be big into pro wrestling love years ago. So.
Probably one of my favorite, top 5 favorites of all time for me.
It's incredible.
I want to talk about your shirt real quick.
Yeah.
We're in Abdullah the Butcher. Have you ever eaten at Abdullah's place in Atlanta?
I ate at it because I believe it is no longer in existence.
Right, it's no longer there.
2002, when I went down for the Blue Bloods camp in Atlanta, we had a CM Punk, myself, Ace Steel, Derek St. Holmes. We made a pit stop at the Abdullah the Butcher's House of Ribs and Chinese food.
I went one time and ordered just a smorgasbord of stuff, and then including a chicken sandwich. The chicken sandwich was a breast still on the bone in between 2 pieces of white bread. Not even like hamburger buns. Or, but...
Which you would understand if this was like off of the Wild Samoans restaurant, with the bones in there, but no, not for Abby.
Yeah, I was
doing. Maybe that's why it's no longer in existence.
Perhaps. So what's next for you, man? Like you said, you have a couple more matches this year, but 2017 is right around the corner, man. What's on deck, man?
So I travel a lot. I haven't signed any contracts or anything in the last 3 years. I'd like to keep myself free. So the places that I've been working for regularly over the past few years have been AAW in Chicago, which has really kind of gone through the roof the last few months. You've got Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, of course. They're just really cool thing. I'm doing a Mystery Vortex show for them in a couple weeks, which is their annual. You don't know who's going to be there. You don't know what matches are going to be there, but it's going to be awesome.
But we know you're going to be there now.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
I'll be there.
Hashtag spoilers.
That's okay. So I'll be selling merch at the show anyway, so they'll figure out that I'm going to be on the show. That'd be a great swerve, right? You go there just to sell merch, and then you don't.
That's a great gimmick. Just save your bump card.
Yeah. I also work for Beyond Wrestling in the Northeast. They run outside of Boston, outside of Providence, Rhode Island.
You want to talk about a story there, or something like a company that started like just as a thing for the boys.
Yeah.
Like a show of wrestlers for the wrestlers, and now it's a legitimate thing.
Yeah. They've got such a good energy, and Drew Cordero has done such a great job of building up local talent. There's a lot of people that you get to see featured in Beyond Wrestling before they hit that springboard and start to make it other places. Of course, I have Evolve. I'm wrestling Dick Togo this weekend. Which,
oh my God!
He's one of my favorite Japanese wrestlers of all time. He's incredible. I shared the ring with him once before, but this will be that was maybe 2006 or 2007, so it was quite a while ago. So it'd be cool to see him now that he's back out of retirement. There's a company in Texas called Wrestle Circus that I've been on some shows.
That's really good things for them.
Yeah, they bring in a wide variety of talent, and it's really cool to get everybody under one roof. You got guys from the East Coast, guys from the West Coast. It's really cool. So man, just a full platter of professional wrestling.
I'd be remiss if I don't talk about your merch. I am a huge fan of your merch, and a lot of your merch, I should say, 90% of it, basketball inspired, right?
Yeah. I'm just such a big basketball fan. I love it. I love Duke first and foremost. The Duke Blue Devils. They're actually getting ready to play in about a half hour. So I've got that on the DVR. I'm going to catch that in a little bit. But I just love basketball. I grew up with it. I grew up with Shaq's rookie year. I grew up with Jordan and his three-peats and retiring and coming back wearing the 45. So all that stuff is just so vivid with me. Dream Team, of course. So I just ended up. There's a lot of different logos that I liked, and I was like, let's see if we can get a Chris Hero spin on this. So I got a couple sets of gear. I was actually started when I was in NXT. I had an Orlando Magic-based set of gear for Kassius.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I'm in Orlando. I thought it was kind of cool. But then when I got back on the Indies, I was saying, let's try to mix this up, and it the way it started, it had to be someone that I had some kind of a connection with from my childhood or whatever. For instance, I've got the Sean Kemp throwback jersey, so I've got some Sean Kemp gear. I've got a Phoenix Suns Charles Barkley jersey, so I've got Charles Barkley gear. I've got
That was one of my favorites. The Phoenix Sun one, yeah.
And so these gears that I've had created over the years and worn, with the throwback jersey, of course, to the ring, they have parlayed themselves into T-shirts and such. And I didn't really want to have a whole lot of them at first, but it just the demand, kept increasing. So I said, yeah, what the hell? If people want to buy it, and I think it looks cool, let's go ahead and put it out there. So I just put out a whole slew of them. I got a Chicago Bulls one finally. I've got a couple New York Knicks, and I've got a brand new Phoenix Suns one. So yeah, I love that stuff, and I try to sell stuff that I like. So even if I don't sell a whole lot of it, I just enjoy having it.
So one thing we like to do here on the Milo Beasley Show is called the Top 5, or ask a random question.
Okay.
The one that I have in mind, it seems maybe too easy. So maybe we'll come up with another one, but I would like to hear your opinion on Top 5, your dream team starting 5.
Oh, dream team. So this doesn't stop in 92. This can be anybody.
This could be, anybody. Yes.
Okay, top 5. Well, you have to have Michael Jordan. You have to have Michael Jordan. I think you have to have LeBron James. I'm also a sucker for Magic Johnson. I like Magic. Who else? I'm going to go nostalgia and put Larry Bird in there too. So you have Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and Jordan from the original Dream Team with LeBron added in. And then who else am I going to add? We need somebody kind of big.
Yeah, do you have LeBron playing center then at that point? I mean,
No. I'm gonna go ahead. See, I liked the centers, but I never, the Hakeems and the Patrick Ewings, and Shaq would be too easy of a pick. I need somebody newer, so I'm going to pick Blake Griffin. Because I think Blake Griffin's incredible. He is one of the exciting players that got me back into the NBA. It was when Garnett and Ray Allen, Paul Pierce navigated to the Celtics and took them all the way to the championship. That really got me back into the NBA. And I remember when Blake, I liked the Clippers because the Clippers at one time had a whole host of Duke Blue Devils. They had Elton Brand, they had Corey Maggette, they even had Cherokee Parks. They had Lamar Odom, Quentin Richardson. They had all these exciting guys, Darius Miles. So I started liking the Clippers, but they never quite panned out. So once they drafted Blake Griffin, he blew his knee out. He missed his first year. I saw him in preseason the year he was finally going to debut, and I just was this guy is so, and that was way before Chris Paul got there too. Right. I'm like, this man is exciting. He's energetic. So he's my new school pick of the group there, Blake Griffin.
I think I got it. Okay. Amongst wrestling, your top 5 starters to play against the Dream Team.
In pro wrestling history?
Pro wrestling, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take a young Monster Ruzumov, if you will, a young Andre the Giant. He's going to be center. Obviously the no-brainer would be to pick Giant Gonzalez because he actually, was on his way to the NBA. But I'm going to go Monster Ruzumov was a little bit more nimble, so I'm going to pick him. God, who else? Who are some big bodies we got? I'm gonna get Bam Bam Bigelow in there. He's gonna be my power forward.
Okay.
He's gonna be in there and get some rebounds, and he's also fast. He's kind of like a Charles Barkley type. Let's see, who else do we have in the history of basketball or in the history of pro wrestling? I'm gonna pick Mark Jindrak. Yeah. Jindrak was basket case out of the WCW power plant and can actually, play some ball.
Like gigantic wingspan.
Yeah, very athletic guy. So I've got my front court. Now I need two fast guys. I'm gonna pick Rey Mysterio to run the point.
Mm-hmm. Right. I can see that.
And I'm sure he's a great facilitator. Now a shooting guard, I need somebody with excellent precision that could shoot the ball. I need a good shooter. So I'm gonna pick. if I'm thinking shooter, I'm gonna pick Minoru Suzuki. Because he's a good shooter in real life.
Right.
Maybe that translates beyond the arc, and you got Minoru Suzuki. Plus, he's very intimidating.
I would think Kurt Hennig would have to be six man.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
To come in there.
Man, he's got those backwards
the backward shots. He never miss.
Of course. Yeah, that's man. I dropped the ball on Mr. Perfect.
With Bobby the Brain as the head coach.
Of course. And then maybe who else you could have? I see Bobby Knight qualities in Jim Cornette. So Jim Cornette's the assistant coach.
Okay. So anything else before we wrap up here?
Man, this is just cool though, because you and I met in 1999. I believe it was December '99.
It was probably December 90. I started in December '98.
Okay, so I didn't come to Dory Funks until December '99.
Okay.
So it was December '99 and February 2000, the two times I came down for the Dory Funk camp. And you and I, we met at the local wrestling school. You, myself, Jeff Peterson.
Yep.
We all got in the ring. We rolled around a little bit. I made it to an IPW show, one of the old Ron Nemi shows back in the day. Navy SEAL wrestled Haystacks.
Yes, Haystacks was my first match.
Yeah, no shit.
And I survived, yeah.
And then the main event was Barry Horowitz against Scoot Andrews. So I remember those bits. I remember.
So the thing about Barry Horowitz, he had this match with Hack Myers one time, and you were like, and if you think Hack Myers versus Barry Horowitz, so they apparently had something to prove, and this was in Crystal River, which.
The Armory?
Yes.
Wow.
The story Crystal River Armory.
I wrestled Braden Walker there. I did. They
went 45 minutes.
Oh.
Wow. They had like 12 and they went 45. Ron was so mad. But how could you be mad, right?
Yeah.
But Hack Myers went out there. Hack Myers was a skilled technician. I don't know if you know this. He was, obviously on ECW was the brawling guy, but he was a really good wrestler. And they went 45 minutes of just hold for hold for hold.
Yeah.
And it was amazing to see.
Very cool.
So yeah, that's my.
We'll hit up Jaguar and get that footage.
Jaguar might have it. He's uploading like every single match that IPW's had. So yeah,
that's it, man. Yeah, thank you for having me, man. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. Thank you for finally we're able to sit down. And there's a creepy doll back there. Where can folks find you on the social medias?
Man, at the Chris Hero, or just put Chris Hero in Google and all my stuff will come up.
All your stuff will come up. Well, thank you for chatting with me here.
Yeah,
we're at the wrestling show, and there's obviously so much more I would like to get to, but they say on the YouTube and just on a computer that a lot of folks don't sit for a whole lot. So I would love to, obviously I want to talk about, more stuff in Japan, NXT stuff, just traveling all over the place.
Bump into each other again.
We'll have to do a part 2 sometime.
Yeah, man. For sure, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Don't forget you can follow me on all the socials at The Wrestling Bum, and give us that thumbs up on the Facebook on the Milo Beasley Show. And thanks for watching episode number 135. We'll see you next week.
High five.
Yay, I'm entertaining.